Okay, so I kind of want you to sit and listen, not necessarily solve the left-hand side, maybe just solve the right-hand side step by step with me. I have it already printed up here, but I want to show you the difference and the similarities between the systems of equations and the augmented matrix. So, from definition that I taught you today, the augmented matrix is the coefficients in order placed into this matrix. This is 4 columns by 3 rows. And then the systems of equations is what you are used to seeing. Now, they follow the same row operations, but you can see that when we remove the variables, it becomes a little bit easier. So the first thing is, we took, in that first step, we started off with 5x minus 5y minus 5z equals 35. So what we did is we did 1/5 and scaled it down. So by doing that, I'm just looking at 1, -1, -1, and 7 in my augmented matrix. Now, with the next step, I went ahead and added equation 1 and 2. Now, with the variables, it kind of could add a little bit of difficulty, but over here, if you look, if I just add 1 and 2 and put it there, that's really easy to do because you guys can kind of draw a little line in the prior step so that it looks like a regular addition problem. Now, what I did on this one was I did -3 times equation 1 plus equation 3. On problems like this, where you're stretching it, I recommend doing a little bit of scratch work. So you would change it to -3, 3, and -21, and then 3, -2, -4, and -5. That -5 there, oops. I'm struggling with the iPad today. There we go. So then when you add it together, that's what goes right there. So that teeny little extra bit of scratch work on the side may help you in your margins, stay as organized and clean in each step on these rows. Then adding equation 2 and 3, once you write it down, add those, the answer goes in equation 3. The one thing to notice is that when you are marking the steps that you have done, you want it to be aligned with the row that you have applied it on. So in that box that I just did, that's applied to row 3. So that's why we're saying, hey, that's what we did in order to get this new row 3. And in the last one, we scaled it down 1/14. Basically, we divided it by 14. And so now it's 1 and 1, and that's what you want. And this right here, this triangular format, is identical in the sense with that being the triangular format for the matrix. So obviously it's going to take practice and we're going to get into some examples, but I want to make sure that you guys see that the similarities between systems of equations and the augmented matrix and how they give you the same answers.